Hello and welcome back to Penguin Crafts. Today I'm going to be showing you what I made my mum and my partner's mother for their Mother's Day card. Sorry I didn't get this filmed before Mother's Day, but hopefully you can take the ideas and use it for next year. So as you can see, I have got a lot of embossing going on here. Look at that shimmer. It's absolutely beautiful. I really love making this card. So if you'd like to see how to make it, please keep watching. So the first thing you're going to need is a card base, but I'm just going to zoom you out as you're quite zoomed in, so I won't be able to get everything in. So I've used some of our thick very vanilla cardstock, and that measures 5 1/4 by 11 3/4, and then all I've done is folded that in half. You'll then need some of our beautiful dazzling diamonds, and that measures 5 1/8 by 5 1/8, so that will be our first layer. And the next thing you're going to need are 2 triangles. So as I have made 2 cards, you can see that these were once a square and then I've cut them diagonally. So the square would have measured, that would be 4 7/8 by 4 7/8, and then all I've done is cut those in half diagonally using my trimmer. So I've done that, as I say, I used 2 cards, so I've done that already. So we've got some of the Sweet Soiree Designer Series paper, and then we've got Flirty Flamingo. So the easiest way that I have found is flip these over and grab some tape, and then all I'm going to do is line these up and tape them together. Just makes it a little bit easier for manoeuvring around, really. That is all. So just make sure you get them lined up and tape those together. Okay, so that's the first thing we're going to do. Right, we can now stick our dazzling diamonds to our cardstock. So I'm just using my fast fuse for this, as it's nice and quick and it does hold it really well. So just line that up to get a nice even edge. Okay, and then we need to start using our ribbon and doing a bow. I was quite impressed with this bow on this one, so hopefully I can do the same again. So grab some ribbon. This is the metallic edge ribbon. It is white with the beautiful silver ribbon. So so you need to grab a reasonable length, enough to fold up to the top, and so if we've got too much we can trim it later. I am actually going to be gluing my ribbon to the back of my card. In fact, I'm going to tape it, it'll be easy. I'll tape it and then we'll glue the front. So grab another bit of tape, work out how far off the edge you would like your ribbon, and then just tape it down. And all that's going to do is just hold it in place for when you're tying it at the front. Okay, flip it over. So now this is the front of the card. Where the ribbon is on the Designer Series paper at the widest point, that is going to be your bottom. So as you can see, we've got enough length here to tie a bow. I am now going to put some fast fuse along the back of this ribbon here and stick it to the card. I find this the best way of getting a nice edge to the ribbon. Okay, oh, I've probably done that a little bit high, but that's okay. And then I'm just going to put a little bit on this ribbon as well. Okay, right, we're now ready to tie our bow. So there's our beautiful little bow, and we can trim these tails first. So I'm just going to trim those. Trim them as long or as short as you want. I'm sort of going to make mine straight across. Okay, oh, just tidy that one up slightly. Okay, so, oh, I've done it again. Let me just, sorry, I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it goes to cutting things. So, I'm just going to use a couple of glue dots. And all this does is it just holds the bow in place. So what I'm going to do is pick strategic locations where I can hide them that will just help with the bow and keep it nicely together. Okay, might put one more in just under there. Sorry, that edge of that ribbon is still annoying me. So, just neaten that one up again. So that is going to be our next layer on the card. So we can get that done now. So again, bit of fast fuse. And the tape will run over the sellotape and the ribbon as well. Just be careful so you're not to move the ribbon. There it is. Okay. And we're just going to line that up. And then just push that down with a stick. It is going on to the glimmer paper, so the dazzling diamond, so it does just take a little bit extra to glue, but once it's there it's fine. Okay, so that is our base done. The next thing we need to do is the letters. I've already sort of started these. So what I've used is our Letters For You, beautiful large letter stamps. And I've used our the Versamark ink with these, and then I've used our silver embossing paste, silver embossing powder, and I've done that on the picked out the Berry Burst. So I've already die cut out the U, so I'll just die cut the other two with you, so you can at least see that process. I've just done the heat embossing first to speed up a bit. So grab your large letter framelets and your M, obviously all the letters that you need, but in this case just the M. And all you're going to do is line up the stamped or embossed image with the die and just run it through, and I tend to go forwards and then backwards with it. Just make sure everything is cut through. Punch it out. So there's our first one, and then just do the last M. Oh, sorry, I'm shaking the camera because of where my camera's positioned. So push out the M. So we now have the base of our card, our letters, and all we need now is the additional bit of the sentiment. So the sentiment I'm using is from the Orange Blossom, and I'm going to combine two together. Okay, so we are going to do a bit of embossing. So I've got my Versamark, I've got a clean stamp block, I have a bit of contraband. I don't know where I've put my silver embossing from Stampin Up, so I'm having to use one of my old ones. So we're going to grab the sentiments we need. So I'm using There's Always Something to Be Thankful For, and then the one that says And Today It's You. So I think that's perfect for Mother's Day. So all I'm going to do is flip this over so it's stamped side down and line it up with one of my squares, and it just fits on our D block. Okay, and then the other sentiment I'm going to put on the other side near the bottom, just because if I put the stamps together it's too close. So you'll need a scrap bit of paper that you've folded in half. Okay, so embossing buddy, and just run over your cardstock. Again, we're using Berry Burst. Versamark, ink up your stamp, And then I'm just going to line it up with the edge. Okay, so hopefully you can see that I've stamped that on there, and then I'm also going to do the Today It's You at the same time. Sorry if my head comes into shot, I can't see where it is. Today It's You. So I'm just going to move that out of the way, and then we're ready to use our contraband. Sorry guys. All I'm going to do is sprinkle it on and give it a little bit of a tap. Okay, always tip your excess back into its pot, or you'll knock it or blow it and it will go absolutely everywhere, and it's so fine. Okay, so I'm going to grab my heat tool. Please turn your volume down now, as it's going to be quite loud, but all I'm going to do is go over this, and hopefully it's just long enough you'll be able to see it change colour. I'll see what I can do. I'll just warm it up off screen. Okay. I'm hoping you can see it change colour. If not, I'll show it in a second. So hopefully there you go. You can see that half's changed colour and half hasn't, so it's half done. And just work your way around it slowly. Okay, and then you are going to need your trimmer, which I've put away. And we're just going to trim this. Okay, and then we're going to use another extra bit of Dazzling Diamonds, and the bit I have here actually is the right width. I just need to cut a bit off the height, so I'm just guessing this roughly, just to get the right size. So I'm happy with that, that's fine. So now we can just compile our final elements. So you're going to need some mini dimensionals, some regular dimensionals, and some glitz. So the first thing we're going to do is put our mum together. So for this you're going to need lots of mini dimensionals, and just position these up and down each letter. Okay, you can never have too many of these. It just helps with keeping it all level on the card. Okay. So I'm going to show you once a bit in a second on the M and the U. Hopefully you can see I've got lots of cut bits at the bottom. All I do is I cut up the bottom bit, you see, and make myself some small little rectangles, and these fit perfectly in the bottom of the M and in the U. Always try and get the most out of my dimensionals. I don't like to waste any bits. So it doesn't matter what shape you're using for a dimensional, as long as it sticks. So peel off your backings. These get absolutely everywhere. I don't know how. We vacuum, we clean, and then you go out to work and you find one stuck to the back of your trousers. I don't understand how. I'm on holiday soon, and I can imagine, in fact I'll be on holiday as this is being posted. I can imagine I'll be on holiday and these will be stuck to my clothes. So just line them up nice and steady. I'm just going to put another bit on this one, just because it narrows again at the bottom. So pull all your backing off. Sorry, this tutorial's quite long. That's why I did cut out the embossing. Just try and cut down on time. Okay, and then just pull off the back end of the last one. and just, oh, slightly off centre there, and just line it up. Right, so there's the mum. We now need to attach the other bits. So I'm just going to put some fast fuse on the back of my Dazzling Diamonds and work out where I want that, approximately there. Stick it down, and then we are going to dimensional this and give it a bit of 3D as well. Okay, so I'll just randomly place those across. Last thing to do is add a little bit of glitz. Lovely. So there we go. There we have two beautiful Mother's Day cards. As you can tell, one of us calls ours Mum and one is Mum. But there we are, both beautiful, and I hope you like this tutorial. All details will be linked to my blog. Please click below and you'll find that, and it's www.penguincrafts.co.uk. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Bye guys!